Good morning, students. Today we will start with a new chapter, that is chapter 9, Force and Laws of Motion. In your previous chapter, you have learned the motion of an object along a straight line in terms of its position, velocity and acceleration. In our everyday life, we observe that some muscular effort is required to put a stationary object into motion or to stop a moving object, isn't it? अगर हमको किसी चीज़ को, अगर किसी चलता हुआ चीज़ को रोकना है या किसी स्टेशनरी ऑब्जेक्ट को मूव करना है, तो वी हैव टू यूज़ आवर मस्कुलर effort, we have to use our muscular force. Now this pushing or pulling of an object to change its state of motion is known as force. Now you must have experienced that we cannot see force, we cannot taste force, we cannot feel force, but its effect can be felt, its effect can be seen, isn't it? So what is force? Force is a push or pull on an object. So force cannot be seen, but it can be, the effect of the force can be seen or felt. Now what are the various effects of force? Now what are the various effects of force? The force can change the state of rest or motion of an object. Now how? Let us, you all play cricket, or all of you play football. Okay. Now when the football is in its rest position, what happens? The player, the footballer kicks the ball, isn't it? Means he is applying his force on the stationary ball. Now when he applies the force on the ball starts moving. Means the force has changed the state of rest. Similarly, suppose that you all play cricket. Now when a batsman strikes the ball, okay, and the fielder catches the ball, what he does, he applies force on the ball to stop the ball, isn't it? The force of with his force, the motion of the ball is stopped. So force can change the state of rest or motion of an object. Then second, force can change the size of the object. Very simple example. All of you have seen your mother cooking at home, making chapatis at home. Now what she does, she just takes a small amount of dough, isn't it? आटा एकदम थोड़ा सा लेती in the circular form, isn't it? Now what she does, if she keeps it on the rolling pin and she presses it. जब वो press करती है, means what is she doing? She is again applying force on that dough, isn't it? उस आटे पे she is applying force, your mother is applying force, and by applying force she is changing the size of that dough, okay? And she is not only changing the size of the dough, she is also changing the shape of that dough, isn't it? उस force से वो सिर्फ size ही नहीं बड़ा कर रही है, बल्कि क्या कर रही है? She is also changing the shape. You have found out that sometimes your mother makes round chapati, sometimes she makes triangular, sometimes she makes square. So force can change the size and shape of the object. Now next is, force can change the speed of the object. Now what will you find? I just told you that suppose that a cricketer is striking the ball, okay? When he is striking the ball, when he hits the ball starts moving on the ground. Now the fielder runs and tries to stop the ball. If he is not able to stop the ball immediately, and even if he puts his leg on the ball, what happens? The speed of the ball goes on decreasing and finally it stops. Similarly, if on the stationary object, if you put a force, if you strike it, if you hit it, it will start moving with a greater speed. So force changes the speed of the object. Then it changes the direction of motion of an object. Very simple example in your daily life, I told you of a cricket or football. Okay, when you strike, when the bowler strikes when bowler throws the ball towards the batsman, he is throwing the ball in the forward direction, but by applying the force, the batsman hits the ball in the opposite direction. So he has changed the direction of motion of that ball. So force can change the direction of motion of an object. Now till now you all have studied about many types of forces, but today in this class we will be learning about two types of forces. Okay, and what are they? Balanced and unbalanced force. Now this is a new term, so let us try to understand what is balanced and unbalanced force. Now what is balanced force? When two forces of equal magnitude but acting in the opposite direction on an object at the same time, then the object continues to be in its state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line. Such forces are known as balanced force. Now let us try to understand this with the help of an example. Now let us take a heavy box. Okay, let us take this box and try to push this box in the forward direction. Now when we try to push a heavy box on a rough surface in a forward direction, what happens? It does not move. You will find that it does not move. Now why it is not moving? You will say, ma'am, it is heavy, but you are applying your maximum force, then also it is not moving. Why? Because when you are pushing the box in the forward direction, at the same time the force of friction, the frictional force which is in contact with the surface, okay, it is opposing or resisting the force of push in the opposite direction. So when the force of push and force of friction are equal, okay, then in that case what is the net force? टोटल फोर्स क्या होगा? ये फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन में है. सपोज करो तुम यहाँ पे 100 न्यूटन फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहे हो, ठीक है. इन द सेम वे यू आर अप्लाइंग फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन ऑल्सो. इन द सेम वे दिस बॉक्स इज ऑल्सो अप्लाइंग 100 न्यूटन इन द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन. इन दैट केस व्हाट डू यू फाइंड? दैट बोथ द सम ऑफ बोथ द फोर्सेज इज इक्वल टू 0. सो इन दैट केस the net force acting on the object is 0 whenever balanced forces act on it. You can take another example. Suppose that a heavy box is there, okay, and here there are two children, but I am taking only one. Suppose one boy is standing this side and one boy is standing this side, and both are applying equal forces. Suppose both are applying 50 Newton forces are from both the directions. In both the directions they are applying the force. Now will the box move? No, it will not move. Why? Because both are applying equal force. So the box will remain in its own position because the net force is 0. क्योंकि net force क्या हो रहा है? वो 0 ही लग रहा है. In that case it is called a balanced force. Okay. So the object moving with uniform velocity, when the forces acting on the object are balanced, then there is no external force on it. Okay, so when the object if on an object a balanced force is applied, then the object moves with a uniform velocity. Now what is unbalanced force? Similarly, suppose now what happens? Earlier I told that we have to I had taken a box and the force of friction and force applied by that boy was equal. Now अगर मान लो अब क्या हो गया, the boy had pushed but it was not able to, they were not able to push. Why? Because the force of friction and the force of push was equal. Okay, now what happens? Suppose now the force applied by the boys are greater than the force of friction. ओके, सपोज फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन 100 न्यूटन था मैक्सिमम, क्योंकि वो फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स है, उसका एक लिमिट है, इजंट इट. तो सपोज करो ये 100 न्यूटन ही अप्लाई कर रहा है एंड द बॉयज़ आर अप्लाइंग नाउ 200 न्यूटन ऑफ फोर्सेस. नाउ व्हाट विल हैपन? नाउ द बॉक्सेस विल स्टार्ट मूविंग इन द direction in which the boys were pushing the box, like this, isn't it? So what will happen now? This is an unbalanced force, and the box will move in the direction of greater force. जिस डायरेक्शन में greater force अप्लाई हो रहा है उस डायरेक्शन में बॉक्स जो है वो मूव करेगा, isn't it? This is known as unbalanced force. Very simple example. All of you play tug of war, isn't it? Tug of war में क्या होता है कि दोनों साइड में प्लेयर्स होते हैं, isn't it? And they take a rope. अगर मान लो दोनों तरफ के जो प्लेयर्स हैं वो खींच रहे हैं वो रोप और दोनों में से कोई भी उस लाइन को क्रॉस नहीं कर पाता है, इन दैट केस व्हाट डज इट मीन कि मान लो ये ए साइड और बी साइड दोनों के प्लेयर्स इक्वल फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, सो नेट फोर्स इज 0, सो दैट इज़ नोन एज बैलेंस्ड फोर्स. लेकिन क्या होता है कि टग ऑफ वॉर में कोई एक टीम तो जीतता ही है, isn't it? तो जो टीम जीतती है, isn't it? The team which wins means greater force is applied by that particular team, so that team is in that case it is an unbalanced force. So what is an unbalanced force? The unbalanced force is defined as when two forces of unequal, here in the balanced force it was equal, unbalanced force when two forces of unequal magnitudes act in opposite directions on an object simultaneously, means साथ साथ, then the object moves in the direction of a large force. These forces are known as unbalanced force. Now the net force or the sum of forces acting on an object is not 0 whenever unbalanced forces act on it. ठीक है? So it is net force in case of unbalanced force is never 0. Now Newton gave 3 laws of motion. Now what are these 3 laws of motion? Before understanding that, let us understand Galileo's experiment. A great philosopher, Aristotle, Aristotle was a great philosopher. He believed that to maintain the motion of bodies or objects, a continuous push or pull was needed. But this concept of motion was totally rejected by a great physicist, Galileo Galilei. He gave the famous principle of inertia. Now what he did, just see, he did an experiment. He took a double inclined plane, ठीक है, double inclined plane you can see, इधर से भी है और इधर से with the same height, with equal height. Now he released a ball. Suppose that this surface is frictionless. Assume that it has a very minimum friction. अगर friction ज़्यादा होगा तो it will oppose the motion of the ball. ठीक है? Suppose that the surface is having negligible friction. Okay, frictionless surface. Now he released the ball from point A. Now when he released the ball from the left side, what he found that it rolled down the slope and went up to the opposite side. Okay, to the same height from which it was released. जितने हाइट से इसको रिलीज़ किया गया था उतने ही हाइट तक ये फिर वापस गया ऊपर. Okay, now what he did, he now reduced the inclination, decreased the inclination. अब थोड़ा सा इसका inclination जो एंगल है उसको थोड़ा बढ़ा दिया. तो what will he find, उसको लेस किया. Now again he released the ball. Now when he released the ball from height h on the plane AB, he found that the ball again reached to the same height on the plane CD after traveling more distance. उसको ज़्यादा distance travel करना पड़ा लेकिन almost वो उतना ही height तक पहुँचा. ठीक है? When now what he did in the last, he made this inclination almost 0. Okay, or we can say that he made this plane horizontal, that is the slope was reduced to 0. Now again he released the ball. Now what he found that the ball was again sloped down, but it moved or it traveled to forever trying to reach the same height that it was released from. It suggests that an unbalanced external force is required to change the motion of the ball, but no net force is needed to sustain the uniform motion of the ball. But in practically it is not possible. Practically it is difficult to achieve a zero unbalanced force because of the presence of frictional force, which acts in the opposite direction of the force which you are applying. Frictional force always acts in the opposite direction, or it always resists the motion of an object. Now this experiment was done by Galileo. Newton further studied Galileo's ideas on force, and he gave 3 laws of motion. And these 3 laws of motion are known as Newton's laws of motion. So let us study what is Newton's first law of motion. It can be stated as an object continues to remain in the state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled to change that state by an external unbalanced force. ठीक है, अकॉर्डिंग टू न्यूटन्स फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ मोशन अगर कोई भी अनबैलेंस्ड फोर्स नहीं है, ठीक है, then the object will continue to be in state of rest or it will continue to be in state of uniform motion in a straight line जब तक कि कोई ऊपर से unbalanced force उसको उस state को change करता नहीं है. Okay, means an object continues to remain in its state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled to change that state by an external unbalanced force. Now children, one thing I want to tell you from now onwards, that whenever the definitions or any statement is given by a scientist or physicist or anyone, you cannot write down in your own words. Okay, it should be given in the inverted comma and it should be given as it is given by them. Okay, so whatever notes I give, you just write down and learn it. Okay, understanding is a different part, definition is a different thing. Okay, so definition should be written as given in the book or as I give you, because I also give you from the book only. Okay children, so for today this much only. Thank you.